we're going to do is not replace Jackie for this coming year and have those responsibilities filled in by other folks. Title I is going to take $180,000 and move some of our general revenue positions over into Title I, saving the general revenue budget $180,000. District administrative cuts, our proportional share, our 7% or so, comes to $300,000. We're taking a different approach, slightly different approach. I'm cutting one of the district administrative positions. As I think you know, the last 2 years we also eliminated the assistant superintendent for learning position, and there's one other administrative position we eliminated that, for which I can't quite remember what that one was. But we're eliminating one position, and all of the district leadership team is going to take about a 2.4% reduction in pay. And that's going to be through losing work days. We're going to take work days away, combination of paid holidays and furlough days for administrators. For our confidential unit has a retirement, which is a fairly significant, a very senior social worker who's retiring, who will not be replaced. And confidentials as well are going to have days reduced. Their salary will be reduced by about 2.4% through, again, loss of paid holidays and the implementation of some furlough days. The reason for not cutting more positions in those units and spreading this out across all of them is that there are so few of these people that the ones that we have, we really need. And it's hard to shift work around because so many people have unique functions. So the administrative cuts total $300,000. The confidential cuts total about $295,000. We have reduced next year's line item budget by $518,000, which is, again, $500,000, and it helps. The CFEA president position, while it remains a pull-out position, CFEA is going to pay for half of the president's position for this coming year only. We have an item that is going to be negotiated, so we aren't sure whether or not we'll have savings here or not. That is the proposed reduction, not the elimination, but the reduction of the employee spouse supplement that the district pays to offset the cost of the spouse's insurance. We are going to eliminate the monthly stipend for cell phone use. The district used to buy and pay for all of the cell phones for those employees who needed cell phones. We moved away from that a few years ago, and people who have cell phones get a $25 a month stipend to offset the cost of that cell phone. That's going to be about $30,000. That affects mostly district administrators, leaders, and some of the confidential staff. Our center schools are Charlotte Harbor, Charlotte Tech, Baker, and the Academy have found $225,000 of reductions. And in addition, we have about $200,000 coming into the district in unexpected revenue in a lawsuit that we prevailed on with E-rate money. That gets too complicated. I'm not going to get into all of the details, but we're getting at least $200,000 back from them. We also had a Florida Power and Light rebate of $50,000 that helps with this as well. Some of the and then now moving into the support unit, and the support unit's part of this was about $800,000, $799,000. My recommendation to the board is that we eliminate 7 office assistant positions at the secondary schools. That's 1 per school. We eliminate 10 paras from the elementary schools. That's 1 per school. Transportation is losing a road observer at $37,000. We have finance is losing a payroll clerk position. Student services is losing an administrative assistant 1 position at the district level. The district office is cutting a custodial position and will merge with the Charlotte Tech Center and coordinate our custodial services as if we were just a large campus. The instructional division is also eliminating an administrative 1 position. And 7 of our para 2 positions are being moved into the IDEA, Exceptional Student Education, federal funding, saving about $175,000 in that budget. We are adding 1 position back, and that is we are putting the district receptionist position, which was cut this year, at the front desk, and that position's coming back. It was just simply too chaotic to constantly be having different people at that desk. I think during the year we had 15 different people that would be sitting there at any one time during the week as people would come and go. And it was really rather disruptive and inconsistent. So as I said, the total reductions on the support side is just about $800,000. And now let me go back to the elementary level. The recommendation that came out of the BAC as well as the group as a whole, the 56 of us that sat and worked on these, was that we would this year save $500,000 by eliminating or by cutting back elementary art and music to a half-time position, which is what we did last year with the guidance counselors, PE, media, and STEM. And I may be missing 1 area. So last year, the elementary teachers lost about 55-60% of their planning time, or about half of their planning time last year, and in different schools schedule them in different ways. In my one-on-one conversations with the board members, they were very concerned about that reduction. Not because it wasn't consistent with everyone else's, but that was the one reduction that was going to directly impact curriculum and learning for kids. And so they have agreed to drop our reserve, our carry forward, our emergency day fund from a 5% fund to a 4.5% fund to throw that money back in to elementary art and music. It creates, well, it saves 2 really valuable programs for children, and I think most of us as educators understand the need for our children to have those instructional areas. They really do round out a child's learning experience. So we're reducing our reserve from 5 to 4.5 in order to save art and music. I would expect some folks to complain and say, but that's not fair. Our secondary teachers only get planning every other day, or one semester and not the next. Yes, it is to some degree inequitable, although I will say that the elementary teachers had their planning time cut last year, while secondary teachers had their workload increased to teach 6 out of 7. The planning time equity thing May be a little bit off, but again, we're coming back to balancing all of these cuts without